Hey everybody, welcome to my review of the 4K of Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie. And the comparison. So not a review, comparison. So, let's start with this, shall we? This is the Blu-ray, Toxic Avenger Part 3, put out by Troma. Now, inside, you may notice that if you can see is, this one over here, it says unrated. So, the DVD included in here. Things look as sharp as they could for DVD. Again, you get the sides cut off and the lines down the middle. Normal for a movie that was made this long ago, on DVD anyway. And it's a fairly decent transfer. It is one of the first DVDs, so it is kind of dark. You don't see some definition. The Blu-ray. So, okay. If you listen to the commentary for Toxic Avenger 2 on this 4K set, or the Blu-ray included, Lloyd Kaufman says that he thinks it's the director's cut, but he's not sure, and the last time he found out that the director's cut of Toxic Avenger 2 was not the director's cut was when he was watching the movie for the commentary, and he could not stop the commentary and do a whole new thing. So that was the DVD version of Toxic Avenger 2. The first one was the rated theatrical version. Okay? Why am I telling you this story for Toxic Avenger 3 on Blu-ray? That is because the Toxic Avenger 3 on Blu-ray is the rated version. How do they do this twice with their franchise? Like, it's even funnier because they did it once with Toxie 2 and now with Toxie 3. It's funny in an ironic way, I guess. But the Blu-ray looks like it's darker for some reason. The DVD was as bright as a DVD could be. The Blu-ray is much darker, but you gain some extra definition. But at the same time, though, there's grain and stuff all over the prints. When I say the print, all over the video, I should say, for the Blu-ray. And you lose a bunch of gore. So, not that I'm a huge gore hound, but for a Troma movie, losing gore is losing a lot. So, it's bizarre to me that this happened twice, once with Toxie 2 on DVD, and then again with The Last Temptation of Toxie on Blu-ray. So, Last Temptation of Toxie, do I recommend this Blu-ray set? Not in the slightest, because we have the 4K set. This is the best Toxie 3 has ever looked. Compared to those two, and before I start on that, the Blu-ray and the 4K, they are both unrated. And the reason I know this is because I said my favorite scene in this is the opening, where Pericles Lunes, I think it's Lunes, Pericles Lunes, director of Redneck Zombies, has half his face with makeup and no hair and no goatee, and the other half with hair and a goatee but no makeup. And it takes place in a video store. To let you know, and most of the gore is there because Toxie pulls out someone's intestines. But the thing I love about the 4K is that you can see clearly, like the box covers. Before you knew they were some Troma movies, but here you could read Bloodsucking Freaks, Stuck on You. You could see posters for other Troma movies that were kind of fuzzy before. So that's really neat. Again, clarity is amazing on this. Like, you can tell the type of makeup Pericles Lunes has. Or Pericles Lunes, not Lunes. Pericles Lunes has, like, on his face, all the bad guy's makeup is well defined. And I can't remember if I mentioned this on the Toxie 1 4K review or not, but I always thought this guy had like a bandage across his nose, and no, it's makeup to make it look like he has a bandage across his nose. And it's meant to be makeup, not a bandage, so kind of neat. But it's stuff like that the 4K is really amazing with that type of detail. So I recommend this 4K. The movie again, I just really like that first scene. I like the first scene, and I take that back. I do like the final scene with the Apocalypse guy. That's about it. I'm not a huge fan of 2 and 3. I do like 4. 4 is one of my favorites. And I know it's weird. I bought a four movie set, and I only really like 1 and 4. However, I do like the commentaries. I know it's weird. I don't like the movie, but I do like hearing Lloyd rattle on. I know on 2, it's the editor is Gabe Friedman, and I can't think of who the other one is. And Gabe Friedman went on to write Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. And another guy, and I can't remember that other guy's name off the top of my head. So yeah, do I recommend this 4K? I do. So movie-wise, again, no, I don't recommend the movie, but I recommend the 4K because it's the best it's ever looked. And if you want to get a full Toxic Avenger experience, this is the way to go. I think I started to talk about it and I cut myself off. The Blu-ray included is unrated because I went back and I watched the Pericles Loon scene, and the Blu-ray included is the uncensored version. You see him put Pericles' hands in like a tape rewinder, and it shows his hand going in the grinder and getting grinded up on a TV, and you see Toxie pull out intestines. So this is the unrated on both versions. Something I have not brought up yet. Chapters are gone. So I notice on the DVD, because it's one of the first DVDs, like the chapter menu comes up when you click play feature for 2 and 3. On the Blu-ray, there's a chapter menu where you can skip to what chapter you want. On the 4K, and the Blu-ray included on the 4K, there is no chapter menu. So if you are a person who wants to look for chapters, you have to hit the button on your controller to skip around, as opposed to there being a dedicated menu on here. So yeah, that's Toxie 3. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will be back next week with my comparison of my favorite, the Toxic Avenger Part 4, or also known as Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger Part 4. We'll see you guys then.